Let's just get right into it.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Let's just get right into it. I'm Adrian Diesel.
And I'm your boy Kool Sheen. I'm sorry, I was just loving on the gold.
And this is a special episode of Clowning Around the Ring. We're gonna recap Stand and Deliver. We're gonna recap Mania, and we're gonna talk about AEW and maybe some other things. And with that being said, let's start off with Stand and Deliver. Do you want to start like in card order or what you have?
I actually believe I went in card order as close to it as I can remember. I might have switched a few things, but I would love to do it as much in card order as possible. Starting off with the pre-show match, Toxic Attraction versus Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez.
Flame.
I actually was late to this, so only got to saw the highlights.
Only got to saw.
Yep.
Better Call.
All right, we're starting off hot.
Starting off hot, I told you.
We're starting off hot with bad English.
I wish Wendy Chu's track played, but she helped out. She helped dethrone Toxic Attraction. My wife, Gigi, lost her belt. So sad. So sad.
I thought I saw it coming, but not from them. But I mean, it is what it is. It was Wendy coming out was needed. I thought that they were doing
like story.
Yeah, I thought they were doing well, and I thought that since she's so over with the crowd and that she's so popular, she should be there. I just thought she deserved to be there. So that's kind of how I felt about that, and I'm glad that she showed up. I'm glad that they got the W. Raquel got revenge. Wendy got revenge. Dakota, I mean, was semi a part of the revenge as well. It's I mean, it was good. I'm actually kind of upset that it was on the pre-show and not just a part of the show.
Yeah, it could have. I mean, well, I don't know. I feel like none of the other matches would have been on the pre-show. Like logically, like made sense to me.
Yeah,
but you know, what was the point of the Women's Dusty Cup?
What?
Should we break that down? The winners of the Dusty Cup were in the singles match for the NXT Women's Championship, and like the runner-up of the Dusty Cup, part of the runner-up, half of the runners-up of the Dusty Cup challenged against the tag team champions anyways, and took them. She got her old friend back, and her new friend helped her win.
Yeah, two semifinalist losers broke up and then teamed up and beat the champions. And one of the finals losers just kind of had to sit there and show up and not really even be a part of the match. And then the winners...
This just in. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, and then the winners... The winners of the Dusty Cup for both men's and women's, not just women's, AJ, but men's and women's got cucked.
That's not entirely true.
I guess the women's kind of got what they wanted, but what they wanted isn't what the Dusty Cup stands for.
So anyways, after that, the show started. We only got to see one man's entrance. And it's the one man's entrance who mattered most. He did this not only for him or for the crowd, but he did it for his pa. His pa should be happy that his son is not just and this is his words, not just a WWE superstar, but a WWE champion.
Can you dig it, sucker?
I told you.
Honestly, this was...
I told you.
This match saved this whole card from being maybe like upper mid to A tier, to the top tier. That's what I think. Solo took a crazy ladder bump, flipped when
the sunset
Santana flipped over Santana flipped over the ladder.
Who?
Santana Escobar? Isn't that his name?
No, it's
Yeah, Santana Escobar.
no, it's Carlo. Fuck.
We
Okay,
talked
keep
about
it in,
this
keep it in,
earlier.
keep it in.
We talked about this earlier,
in.
and I believe
Keep
that
it.
you thought it was Carlos earlier.
Isn't it Santos Escobar? Not Santana
Maybe
Escobar.
it's Santos.
Santos Escobar.
Yeah.
That sounds more correct.
Yes, that does.
And not Carlo.
Yeah, you were way off. I was at least close. Come on now. Okay. But furthermore, the more important part is that he flipped over the ladder and slammed Solo into another ladder, and then only 5 minutes later, Solo gets slammed onto 2 ladders that are hanging from the ring in the barricade.
Yeah.
Like, dude, 2 crazy ladder bumps, only 5 to 10 minutes apart. It was insane.
He got paid.
Yeah.
Well, he got paid tonight or that night, I hope.
If he didn't at least get paid, then he's getting told that he's coming up.
If him and Waller didn't
coming
get
up.
paid for their fucking spots,
Waller, dude.
game over.
Waller stole the show. Waller is someone who, like, I think is going to be a up and coming star in the whole entire company, in the whole entire scene. Kids will want memorabilia with his name on it because of how he goes nuts.
Yeah, but are we supposed to call him Solo Uso? I don't know if the mic heard me. Are we supposed to call him Solo Uso? Or are we ever going to acknowledge that
Wait
fact?
a minute. Who are you?
I'm Adrian Diesel, the ace in the hole. Okay.
No, that's Solo Sikoa.
They give him
Anyways.
the Uso chant.
Hayes had some crazy spots.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, they all jumped either through the middle rope or over the top, which was sick.
That was like the start of it, too.
Yeah. I mean, there was just
From bell to bell, there was like nonstop action.
Yeah.
Basically, is what it felt like.
crazy spots.
My
And
eyes were, calling it early, but I have a lazy eye, chat, and sometimes it calls it early. It's clocking out. Sorry.
enough of today. I'm out.
I'm out.
Do you want to, I believe the next, the follow-up match, second match.
Don't care if it's the order or not. I got 2 right in a row.
Yeah.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because my boy Tony D is the new Don of NXT. How you doing? You see their
It was-
entrance?
yeah, it
He
was lit.
finally brought his cousin. Hey, I'm gonna call him Cousin Vinny instead of Cousin AJ. He brought his cousin Vinny along. Did you see their entrance? With the old school shot from the back, the 2 of them whipping through the arena.
You think that car's hot?
You think it's hot, chat? I know that car is hot. Too hot.
Yeah, that was good.
You did it. And there was some concrete damages done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Concrete DDT.
I don't remember if the crowbar ever connected, but there was a low blows.
Yeah, crowbar never connected.
Ciampa gave homage to Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Johnny Gargano, and John Cena are the ones I called out. I don't know, there might have been more. But that's what's up, because that was Ciampa's last match in NXT. And I hope he gets called up. And I need you to remind me why I hope he gets called up when we get to Mania, when we get to Edge.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 2. I got 2 of them right.
Yeah, it was a good match. I believe that
2 so far.
I believe I wanted the Tony D W.
You think if
I
I just
believe I wanted
look
the Tony D.
stoned, like extra stoned the whole time, do my eyes look balanced out now, or
Medicinal. Yeah, no, I think I wanted Tony D to come out on top this whole time. I like Tony D's push after we found out who his opponent was. I was kind of nervous because they weren't saying who his opponent was going to be, like, coming in. But It was good.
Whoever my opponent is, they're gonna take a swim with the fishes, eh?
And that's exactly what happened, except for the fishes was Triple H coming out and giving him a hug,
Oh yeah.
which was lit.
It was nice. It was a nice little moment because
It was lit.
that's like one of the last. Sorry, that definitely is the last dude that started in NXT like under like H's and Sean's tutelage.
So I mean, that's their guy who rode for him.
And that's
so.
why he paid respect to the two in his entrance. He paid respect in the entrance with Triple H's water spit and Shawn Michaels' signature pose. Speaking of Shawn Michaels, Shawn Michaels pants. Do you want to talk, or we're just gonna shove it on through?
Keep it moving. I like it. I like it.
MSK, Creed Brothers, and Imperium for the NXT Men's Tag Team Championships.
So,
Brutus has a fucking beefy lariat.
this match was built correctly. So 3 out of 3 matches have been built well. I would say the 5-man ladder match didn't have very good rankings on the feuds. Feuds could have been maybe a
But the way the match was built is fine. That's why
Fantastic build.
Feuds.
Yep.
Because Melo was like, "Hey, you guys are gonna fight for a shot."
I agree. But in the
And it
Tony
built
D,
feuds, if anything.
the Tony D Ciampa was kind of made fast, but also with the timing and arc of their stories before kind of coming to a close, it was a perfect time for them to jump into something that could be fast like this.
And it was
good.
They played it very it was just hard hitting from the get go. Like Ciampa was like, "Yeah, I'm in," and then he just started talking about the truth.
It wasn't necessarily something that we've been clamoring over for a long time, but it was something that once they gave it to us, we didn't not want it.
Right.
We liked it, and they executed it well. And this triple threat tag team match was crazy, dog.
Hey, yo, hey. Can we talk about Malcolm Bivens' outfit?
Deep set.
Okay, anyway. The outfit, though. The do-rag.
It's killer season.
Oh, it's the season for killers. Oh, I'm all pinked out. It's
Okay.
not even February. I don't know why I'm wearing all pink.
Or
What do I
October.
think I am? Cupid?
It's literally not February or October. No reason to wear pink. Killer season.
Imperium, though, is always put out and put on.
Yeah, so let's get to the match, guy. Let's get to the match. Hey, let's start the pod.
Start the pod.
Hey, let's start the pod.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Clowning Around the Ring.
And Imperium is too OP.
2 OP, although they lost.
They did. MSK got the dub. I feel like it was a little bit of a lucky dub. It kind of squeezed out a lucky one. I'm not gonna. Hey, whoa. I feel like they kind of squeezed out a lucky one.
Win?
Well,
Like with a throw out?
yeah.
Yeah. No, like
It was a pull.
A pull out.
Yeah, pull, and then somebody else came in and
Word.
tag, and yep.
Wait, did Imperium lose the belts, or did the Creed? Who got pinned? I can't remember.
I believe a Creed brother was pinned.
Okay, respect. Imperium's too OP to get pinned.
Yeah, Imperium's too OP.
Unless we're wrong.
And if we are, then you know what? I'll eat it. I'll eat it next episode.
Good, as you should. As you effing should. Fucking Brutus, dude. I did.
It was lit. Yeah. No, they had some good spots.
Brutus had a cannonball. Beefcake flying a meatball
To the outside.
to the outside on the 3 dudes.
To the outside.
That's a big guy. Usually when a big guy goes on the ropes, he doesn't hit the move. He gets pushed off.
I liked how much Stand and Deliver used the outside.
Yeah.
And saying that, we didn't mention this earlier, but I want to give a little bit of a shout out to all the managers involved in that 5-man ladder match, because they also put on a show during that match. all of them were in and out of camera shots and like being a part of it as well. And
Waller's dude broke a ladder. He
and
said Hulk smash.
Trick climbed up to the top and was acting scared.
He's not acting.
Hey.
He's scared of heights.
I mean, he was acting extra scared.
Sure. No, it's just how he like try and get him on a roller coaster. That's how he'll be.
Oh snap!
What?
I guess that is true.
Yeah.
Get up there on one of those slingshots. Get to, because I couldn't do one. I couldn't do some of those. I couldn't do some of those.
I'm too thin, bro.
I would
slip out, dog.
I would be shaking just like him. So I can actually. I will take that back.
But he took a good bump out of it.
Yeah.
That match was so sweet. So sweet. And my boy, he's taken his belt to the moon.
Okay.
Can you
On to
dig it,
another crazy match with.
Oops, because you interrupted it. Just kidding.
On to another crazy match with many people in the ring.
Only 4.
I feel that anytime there's more than 2, it's a lot.
Well, there's always more than 2 in the ring.
Okay.
Gotta count the
Semantics,
zebra.
man. Okay, semantics, man. I meant
That's
wrestlers.
not my name.
I'm going to start calling you that because you always call me out on my English, and that means that you're dealing with semantics. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're a narcissist.
You know what, man? I didn't like the build of this match because, like we spoke about from the pre-show match, it didn't really make sense. Dusty Cup winners are in this match facing off the champion that's not the tag team champion, and then Cora Jade, who was a semifinals loser, not even the loser of the Dusty Cup final, got a shot at the championship because she's a top ranking, I guess. Okay,
she wanted to avenge her homegirl Raquel, who got her own revenge.
And that's a stand and deliver match. Anyways, okay. I mean, it was no. So
Cora Jade's gonna get the belt one day.
I'm not mad at that either. But what I'm saying is the build was not very well done. The match was fire for the talent in the ring. They could have done so. They could have done so much.
The build for like the one-on-one was okay, but then when like the other two were like, hey, actually we want to do this.
Because think about it. They have 9 women that we're speaking about right now. We're talking about 9 women in total. Wendy Chu and the 4 from the tag team match, and then the 4 in this match. So out of the 9 women, you got to be able to tell a story better than this one for this event. If it was maybe like earlier in the year around like the day one time, if they were pulling this, maybe okay. But for this event, for Stand and Deliver, I wish there was something coming to a close or coming to fruition here. But off of the what happened the last 3 months, what happened yesterday to us, probably a couple days ago to you guys, was crazy. It was lit. Io Shirai with like probably my favorite spots of the match.
She is the genius of the sky. They call her that.
Yeah, she had some wild moments.
Kaylee Ray did too.
Yes. Cora came off the top at the end as well. Wild. But Mandy came in like a Slytherin snake and snuck in and stole it.
This one ain't going nowhere, she said.
I'm not mad that they had her win because of the build. Funny enough, because there was the only person that I thought she could lose to was Kaylee Ray, because that's the only person she was beefing with for any longer than a week, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, I'm okay with her winning and then resetting, doing another build, and let's have the Cora Jade feud start. Okay, we're starting fresh. And on to the next one, which we've been waiting for. Yeah.
But I got some facts in life. Some sad facts in life. Actually, I've got some bad news for ya. Our boy LA Knight lost to Gunna.
Previously on Clowning Around the Ring, Imperium's just too OP. Imperium's too OP, dog.
Too OP. LA Knight was
I'm telling
out,
you.
though. LA Knight was giving it to him.
Yeah, he was. He picked him up on his back to back, slammed him,
No, LA Knight had it,
slammed him.
but the size and power of Gunna was too much. Hopefully LA Knight gets pushed up.
Not only was Gunna pushing P, he was pushing LA Knight around yesterday, dog. It was wild.
Yeah.
It was wild.
You know what I hated? The crowd wasn't loud enough. The crowd wasn't behind LA Knight enough.
I think that they I don't think that they were very heavily invested in any of the NXT matches.
I mean, also, it's like 10 in the morning.
It was early for them.
So
It was early.
I don't at all. I'm just throwing it.
It was still full though. Hey, shouts out to them though. It was still full.
full, but bring the energy.
But yeah, no, Gunna was out there. He took a couple crazy slams. LA Knight gave him the yeah kicks in the corner, which made me really in the beginning think some hype was about to happen. You know me. I love the yeah kicks and it makes me believe. I start to believe when I see the yeah kicks. But Imperium, bro.
Too OP.
Yeah.
They got too much respect for the match. Like, they can't even get pinned, but they'll lose, but they won't lose.
Well, so I remember when I first started watching NXT, you were telling me about them, and you were like, they just moved over here, and they became champions,
Yeah, they were
and
like
they're just
on
lit.
and off, like here and UK.
And then when I started watching, they were like, they became permanent, and they became champions, and they're just like the guys, and
Can't
like
be stopped.
yeah, the whole time I've been watching, I'm like, oh yeah, like no, it makes sense. They're super savage, and we had to Google search what Imperium meant while we were watching it, because I'm like, I just got to know what this stands for. What does this whole thing mean? And it literally means total control and domination. They came in Imperium.
Imagine if they had the other guy. There used to be one more.
Was he?
Two more.
Was he
One or
big?
two.
Was he big Gunna
He
size?
was no. Gunna's the only motherfucker who's Gunna size in that group.
Gunna's
But
crazy.
he was like the other boys, you know.
Okay, just tactician, ready to
Just crazy.
squabble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Main event.
We're blowing through it, but I'm not mad because
We got a lot.
Stand and Deliver was only a part of what we've took part in this
So
weekend. The main event.
I told your ass. Did I? Didn't I? Because I did the math. I pulled the math last time on clowning around the ring. I did the math, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm a mathematician. I'm the greatest mathematician.
Well, I mean, we saw it happen. We saw the math take place. It was magnificent calculation.
Today, Junior.
Giving him a compliment still hates me.
Disrespectful.
Trying to give him a compliment about his math skills still disses me.
It's okay. Because at least my boy retained his championship belt. So the NXT universe must have heard, like the directors or whatever, must have heard everyone's complaint about how we saw the slit in the X when Braun kicked it. You remember when he kicked the gold one against Ciampa? And we were like, dude, there's a slit in there and it looks like it's fucking styrofoam. And it's just like, okay. You remember that? Anyways.
Oh, I do remember. Yeah.
And this time
Okay.
he came out and he chainsawed the X. And I'm like, I see what you did. You're showing me that you know how to do things. Nice.
I ain't a bish.
Next time, be a man and don't put the goggles on. You know? If you did it without the goggles, you would have been man enough to win your belt back. But at least your uncles are in the Hall of Fame now. Or your uncle and dad.
You know, the match actually
It was so fucking good. I liked it. Braun did a flip over the fucking ropes.
he also did a fucking Hurricanrana from the top rope.
Yeah, a Frankensteiner.
Is that what it's called?
I only call it that because his uncle or dad is the one who invented the Frankensteiner, which is a certain way to hit a Hurricanrana. It gets technical.
Well, maybe that was what it was, but it was fucking savage. I won't lie. No, like some of the spots were really, really cool, but then a lot of like the.
I didn't get my spear prediction right. He didn't ever hit a super kick when he was running for a spear, but he did like dodge a couple spears. and he like hit him with a knee, I believe.
Yeah, I guess I was expecting a little bit of a different. I don't know. I feel the LA Knight and Gunna match was just as exciting, and so the main event didn't main event for me because it didn't come with the next level. You know what I mean? Which would be, I mean, every match on here, which had to live up to what the opening match was.
And how are you supposed to do that?
So that's where it got hard. I liked it, and I thought it was solid. There were some great spots. The super kick. It was spooky. I mean, there was like literally some spooky moments. It was good, but the first match was insane, and then it followed a great match. So it was kind of like it didn't one up the match before it, I guess, to me by very much, but it was great.
Throwing it back with the short boys. He was throwing it back a little bit.
I didn't know that lore.
Represent. Never forget where you came from.
What?
All in all, a great show, though. All in all, a great show.
All in all is all we are. Name that song.
A great show. I mean, honestly, we didn't even change the colors for it in the room, but it was a great show.
It's okay. Oops. We forgot.
Changed them now for this show.
For why, though? I'm just kidding.
It's night one, dude.
How... Where do we begin?
Night one. We're going to go through night one, all the things on night one, and then we'll go through night two.
Oh, you have it in an order? I literally just wrote down my feelings about how Mania was.
I have night one and then night two.
Oh, we're big chilling then, chat. We're big chilling. Oh, get ready for this. Get ready, okay? Because this is not only the most stupendous WrestleMania of the year, but dare I say this is going to be the most stupendous episode of clowning around the ring yet. And damn it.
Do you just want to get right into it?
I just don't want to talk about how sad the first match is. Because Boogs, they try to make Boogs lift like 500 pounds. And his knee gave out, and then they had to lose, and you could see how angry Shinsuke was, and I know that match, how to do the audible finish. It was so sad. Shinsuke ate a super kick, though. I guess those Toyota commercials mean nothing now.
My non-audible expression for the last few moments is because of my displeasure with how this match ended.
Rick Boogs, please, buddy, heal fast. I need you to at least, maybe if you can, and if Shinsuke's not mad at you, or Vince, because, that's how he gets, I need you to at least show up in a wheelchair and play Shinsuke out. Thoughts, comments, questions, concerns?
Your knee doesn't affect your playing hands. I hope you can do it.
Yeah, what do you know about that?
I almost don't even want to move on so fast because this Boogs and Shinsuke, the way that Shinsuke reacts, looks like they were going to get the push.
I know they were going to win. I know it in my heart.
I felt it too. Like, I think that they were going to get the push. Careful, mate.
Is that loud enough for you, chat? Wake up.
It was just, sorry, that threw us off, but damn, it just sucks. There's been a few injuries, pretty severe injuries the last couple weeks, and it's just damn.
Yeah.
Damn. But get well soon. Get well soon, Boogs. I hope you can play him out. That'd be so savage. You come out in the wheelchair, or like in the wheelchair, or on the knee,
like a rascal.
the knee scooter.
Okay, yeah.
The knee scooter, and then plays him and wheels down on the knee scooter with the guitar. That'd be so sick. Okay, yeah, that's just me. But that's just me.
That'd be hard, like difficult, not like tough. That would be.
Ayo.
That's not an Ayo. Oh, I guess I said hard. Damn.
And I believe
and they had color. They had matching aesthetics. Didn't make sense though. I don't get the colors, but they had matching uniform. You feel me? Dog?
Because they were coming out to win.
I know. Did you hear how hard Boogs was shredding before the actual track went?
Yeah, dude.
God, imagine you're the opener. of WrestleMania and you are sitting there with your guitar and you're looking into the 77,000s and thousands of fucking people, bro, and then you're like, my name is Rick Boogs, and I'm here to rock with the future half of the future SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
And then your knee gets fucking blown out.
And then you try to lift 450 pounds and your knee just blows up.
Prayers, though. T's and P's.
T's and P's for real. I'm going to just give this a little bit of a downgrade. Just a little bit for you. It's all good. It's all good.
That volume button is like my thermostat if I was a white dad living in America.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it. But it's okay because you gave me a subtle warning as you were doing it. I'll move past it.
Just like we're
how
gonna move
past
past
this.
And we're gonna move
You're
on to the
learning
next
how
one.
I do my shitty segues. That's what my little horn would make. I don't know
how shitty that segue was, but I know that the build for this match was shitty.
That's not true. It just lasted too long.
Okay, I'll give you that. It was good for a month and a half. 6 weeks of this would have been good.
Yeah, so the video clip that they showed before this match of the things that happen, follow that along. On SmackDown, where it was just the final time Corbin stole his sword. Like the last 2 months could have been this fucking feud instead of the last 5.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So, Drew and Happy Corbin, I called it. This is the first match I called through and through.
That can't be true.
What do you mean?
Out of all of the matches,
The first so far. Out of all the matches
just
so
the
far.
Manias? Because there's no shot you got one wrong on Stand and Deliver, yeah?
I think I got them wrong, dude.
I just wanted to.
Real quick, Skeets, I think I got them wrong.
Not Tony D. I thought.
Tony D's would be the only match that I had correct because I had Carmelo, I had Creed Bros, I had KLR, I had LA Knight, and I had Braun.
Acknowledge me.
So Stand and Deliver was not my exact.
That's my bag.
My thing.
Make sure to go on DraftKings. Just kidding. Not an ad. Not yet.
I liked it, and I liked all of the builds, and I wasn't displeased with the way it went, even though I got them all wrong, which is good.
That's good. Yeah.
I was
fit or anything.
the women's stuff was a little crazy, but I wasn't displeased with the matches.
Yeah. That's what we're here for.
But Drew Corbin kicking out of the End of Days is exactly what I wanted for a 5-month build. McIntyre had it in him. McIntyre was pissed, dude. McIntyre had his neck broken. McIntyre had Angela stolen 3 times. Is that what I said?
I thought you said Angelo.
I think I gave it a female name, but we'll double check.
Bless you.
I think that Drew, if he didn't kick out of the End of Days and lost, then he is relegated to like getting jobbed always.
Yeah, I would have been fine.
Nah, man, just have to ditch Angela, and then we can have him build back up.
Give him his old theme too. Also,
build him back up.
The end of that little like segment was cool when Drew cut the ropes. Even though I swear to God on Friday he swung the sword at the ropes and nothing happened.
I think that's why they redid it.
But he swung that sword at the ropes multiple times. Did they sharpen it before giving it back?
The sword for Mania is obviously much sharper than the sword that they just ship around. But
McIntyre doesn't have more than one sword.
No, Angela, the real Angela, only comes out sometimes.
Okay, bet.
They have a prop Angela.
Bet. Oh, okay.
So it doesn't get stolen, just from some random guy
too bad it
jumping
always
him.
gets stolen.
No, like from some random guy jumping him.
Oh, well.
I'm talking like, we don't want the memorabilia getting out.
You know who's been getting jumped the last couple weeks? The Mysterios.
That's facts. And that should have been our cue to why the Mysterios would get worked by Logan Paul and The Miz.
They didn't get worked.
You're right.
Don't you dare disrespect. Did you see how sick their entrance was with the double pop-up? I'm talking fast. With the double pop-up, the matching outfits, the tassels. Dom was wearing like tights, but it looked like he was wearing assless chaps with pants underneath. The double 619. Ray let Logan Paul, hit the Three Amigos and the
The
Frog
Three Amigos.
Splash. Los Tres. And this fucking Frog Splash. And his chain. Come on.
Give me one moment.
Come on. Come the heck on. Are you kidding me? $6 million on the card alone.
You don't know what it's like.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna may edit that out.
You don't know what it's like.
Edit that out. We don't edit that out.
You don't know what it's like.
You don't know what it's like to be Kool because you don't wear tassels on your wrestling gear.
To see 6 million in cardboard.
And plastic. And then a fucking diamond encrusted. Encrusted? Fuck if I know what the word is. English is not the point of our podcast. Fuck. I hope Dom gets a mask now soon. I hope that this... No, because they lost. They lost. I don't think you can get a mask after you lose. But he might still get one after all of this because he might get some integrity and honor when he, cucks the Miz.
Yeah, I wonder where this goes from here. It was really interesting to see the Miz turn on Logan Paul.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be the other way around.
I mean, this match had everything.
And it happened after the fact they won.
Yeah, this match had everything.
And did you see, I don't know if you noticed at all, but in the background was Logan Paul's brother. He was like behind like the announcer table area, and he was going crazy. He was going a little crazy.
I did not see that, but that is a great little notation. That's awesome.
Yeah, he was like, oh, what the heck? And it looked like he like ran away to like try to like jump the barricade or something. I don't know. I can't remember exactly. But good on him. Good on him. Check your brother.
Oh, it would be great to see then. It would be great to see them double team Miz in just like a random show and then just never show back up until another time that they get called in for a pay-per-view.
Yeah, kind of. But then the Miz would have to find another new partner. Do you remember when they brought back John Morrison?
So I don't know, man. This was, like I said, this match had everything, and I would say that it was probably the beginning of the hype for Saturday night.
Oh, dude, yeah, that shit was popping off. That match had me going crazy.
After the Boogs match ended the way it did.
Yeah, dude, I was getting hyped too. I got a little taste of the hype.
And then it was followed by the Drew and Corbin.
And I lost all of it right there.
So the steam was kind of just simmering off.
There was none.
But this match really brought it back.
This brought it back so much more than I thought it was going to also.
Yeah. This match really brought it back, and the placement of it was perfect because it really picked up the steam. And for what I believe was the next slot was Slaughter. They literally slaughtered the next slot.
Marching band.
Pulling up in an Escalade and then a marching band as the entrances.
I knew who was going to win. No offense, Big Time Bex. You had a cool entrance too. Very like Marvel, cinematic-esque. Your hair makes you look like Haley Williams from Paramore. How you doing? And you gave my girl a black eye. You done kicked her in the face.
Heel to the right to the eye socket.
But we're not mad. No one's mad because Becky herself has a black eye. I think. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know what was going on after that shot to the face, but Becky was whispering something in her ear and telling her something, and it got even more lit after that. Mm-hmm. It only turned up from that moment. And it definitely had all the remnants of like a legendary match to me. It had a year's worth of story of like a feud going and like having to battle back and this and that
And Becky was touching Bianca's hair, and I don't think she whipped her with it this time at all.
didn't need it.
Didn't effing need it. Put some respect on that Belair name.
Because she's taking home the belt.
Because she is the EST.
It was great. I mean, honestly, I might give this the moment of the week.
Dude, we're about to turn off the pod right now and just rewatch this match. Got it.
I might have to do it. I was unsure. There was still two things I was bouncing back and forth, but no. With the payoff that I'm getting in my heart, even still sitting and knowing that I'm going to sleep well tonight, still.
Yeah, dude, she lost that belt. Or was it the blue one? Whatever. She lost her belt to Becky in 26 seconds. And for months, I've been spewing to him how I need Bianca to just come out there and get her in the KOD in 1, 2, 3. But finally, just last week, I wanted her to give her straight hell. And it was fucking awesome.
8 2-man handles, 8 a boot to the face. Didn't matter. Still going to get this work.
All of it.
Yeah.
She ate those blows like Kobayashi.
Nah, Bianca's my champion. I think that she should have a long reign. I hope that this is not no BS that they're gonna pull, and they're gonna be giving her no
They have
shine.
no reason to. They have no reason to.
She has
a spoiler.
everything.
Quick little hint of a spoiler. You were wrong about something. But something we weren't wrong about, chat, all along as a whole community, is one thing, and one thing only.
What?
Cody Rhodes.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
Can you dig it, sucker?
He's back. The American Nightmare. One time, about 6 or 7 years ago, he wrestled on that stage. He wrestled at WrestleMania in a ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship, which wasn't on the card this year. And he lost. He went out. You know what he did. He went out and conquered the wrestling world. He made it to where forbidden walls and doors can be broken down. And now he's back. The prodigal son, the grandson of a plumber, the American Nightmare.
What?
Is back.
To take a shit on Seth Rollins.
Welcome back to the big leagues, bitch.
It was a great match.
It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Everything about it. I mean, it was kind of readable, but
Well, I mean, I really was
Right.
like, what if they fucking just had Cody Rhodes lose to a pedigree, though? That would have been awesome. And like the stories that could have been like built around him losing, like, you shouldn't have came back. You should have just stayed over there. But now that he won, it's like, damn it, he's supposed to be here. He's kind of earned it.
no,
Not bad.
I like that they had him win, because then now there can be, and they gotta build it slow. They gotta take their time. They gotta caress it. You know what I mean? They gotta love it. But this story, the long-term story of what we just mentioned, having multiple royal families in this house, that's the moment. And it might not happen. It might not happen till WrestleMania 40.
Oh, come on now. I don't want to wait too. But although 39, WrestleMania Hollywood, you know what I need. I need to smell a certain smell that smells kind of smelly. not going to get it yet? You're not going to get it yet? Because we're not going to get it yet. You'll get it when we get it. My house. My rules. My house, my rules is what Charlotte Flair said to Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
And if you were saying that I was wrong about something, I was wrong about this match being heat, as in the rest of the card was heat after that Mysterio's match, because this match was kind of waffled. Kind of waffled between okay and not so okay.
Kind of surprised by the end, though. I thought Ronda was going to win.
I was surprised that they used the figure eight. It's called the figure eight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised that they used the figure eight and then it wasn't the end.
Okay, yeah.
That was the one thing that surprised me. And
right?
yeah.
She won by pinfall?
Oh, it's hard for me to remember, dude. I just
sure,
meh.
fair enough. But if she did win by pinfall, they might do like they might do a submissions match.
Oh, they might run this back for sure. But I was surprised that the figure eight didn't end it. It was okay. I mean, it's okay wrestling, but it's just like
It was better like in-ring work than I thought I was going to get.
Well, I mean, they had so long. They haven't been wrestling really anyone else for a month. They've had time to work.
Mm-hmm. Which is good.
They've had time to wrestle on cars and, you know what I mean, and get it in. So it's like,
good.
I mean, they better put on a show is what I kind of felt, and they did. But I just feel, I don't know. Maybe I was hoping for a couple more corkscrews. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. Maybe I was
for those corkscrews.
I am, and maybe I was hoping for a nastier armbar. It didn't look like the armbar was that nasty. It could have been maybe a little bit nastier, a little bit more wrenching. But it's just me. I wish that the two go-to moves were a little bit more used heavily in strenuous moments. But meh.
Fair enough.
But now, something I did not feel meh about was the main event. Give it a good scroll.
This guy. Give it a good old scroll. I got my paper notes in front of me. I just can read the page. Just like how I read exactly how this segment was gonna go. Give me a hell yeah.
What?
That's disrespectful. That's blasphemous.
No, you're right, but I mean, okay.
Stone Cold dragged that French Canadian ass up and down the AT&T Stadium.
What?
He drank about 15.
What?
I said 15.
What?
15 cases of Stone Cold Steve Austin lager.
What?
They poured down his shirt.
What?
They poured down his gullet.
What?
And more importantly, they got poured over that son of a bitch, Kevin Owens.
What?
I'm so glad.
You remember when they were on the quad?
Yes.
That quad part was really fun.
I was just about to say, I'm so glad that you gave me the time while you were doing that to remember some of the craziest spots of this match.
It's what I do.
The quad moment was amazing. I like anytime they go into the crowd.
Right. Of course.
I love when they go into the crowd. That's
that's Stone Cold. In the crowd in 2022, wrestling. Match. Geared up.
A match.
I got done turned into it.
Got called in.
Into a no holds barred. That's why the Texas Rattlesnake was able to drag that French Canadian ass around. And I liked the final spot where Kevin Owens with the chair ricocheting against the rope, hitting himself.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of Ricochet, wasn't on the card.
What?
Oh, disrespectful. Disrespectful. And
But although he wasn't on the card, you can't say that Stone Cold didn't do Stone Cold things, and all the time that he took wasn't needed, because it was.
that's true. It was all needed. It was
Every
needed.
moment was
All
needed.
of it was needed.
He
And
dragged his ass up to the top and went from one side to the other. Damn near took as long as what we're gonna get to later, the fucking damn near New Day match. It damn near took the same amount of time. He was dragging his ass and soaking it in, beating that ass. He was soaking it in, beating that
It's
ass.
been 19 years.
And it was, not to say it was his final match, but it's a standout match later in his career in his home.
And
So
where
it's
he
like
started it all.
it was great. It was good for him to soak that in and eat that. You know what I mean? And like, the final spot was great. The quad spot was great. Going out into the crowd over the barricade. That shit I love.
The end of it, though, like
put
end
him
of
up on the
match
put him up on the table.
Oh yeah.
On the announcer table.
Oh yeah, he was banging his head on there, right?
No, he jumped on there and then he poured a bunch of beers all over everyone.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that was the only.
Oh.
I don't think the table spot was that crazy.
Yeah, I know. My bad. I thought
But
he
he
was
just
slamming
poured
his head
beers
on there.
everywhere. But no,
The way he was like kicking, the way we got the classic Steve Austin boots in the corner, of course, naturally. They were a little slow at first, but he found his
he ramped
groove.
up.
He did. He ramped it up so much. And at the end of it, when he was ramping down more brewskis, and then he gave a stunner to Byron Saxton once again. Dude, Kevin Owens and Byron Saxton lived the fucking dream Saturday night. More so Kevin, because he got to main event in a match against his idol on the grandest stage of them all.
Which made night one come to a great close.
Mm-hmm.
It was
a great way.
solid close to a solid card through and through, and a solid NXT card. A solid day for WWE through and through.
Yeah, Saturday was crazy. There's a lot went down.
A solid one. I would say only a couple matches didn't hit, and everything else hit hard. So, and maybe they only didn't hit because of their competition. They're dealing with other things on the card that are definitely, top tier. So,
Before we move on to night two,
yeah.
Logan Paul's outfit was so sick, and I'm happy that he was able to take bumps as well as like strike pretty well. He put work in. He did good. He put the time in before the match. You know what I mean?
He didn't really
Hashtag time in.
It didn't look like he missed a single timing. It didn't look like they were late or early to anything. It didn't look like anybody had to rush to something or they had to wait. You know what I mean? To pull something off
And that
for
goes
too long.
That goes for everyone, because a lot of people are always like Dominic isn't good or nothing, but like everything hit. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I was lost in the moment, but everything him and Ray did hit.
Yeah, no, that match was executed great, and that's what started Saturday into into the hypeness. You know,
I
into
can't
the top
wait
level.
to find out why The Miz did what he did on Monday Night Raw.
Yep. I wonder. So they're probably going to still be in Texas,
I think so. I believe so.
and I wonder if Logan's going to still be there,
Maybe.
because it's just
Just one more night.
Yeah, well, 2 nights.
Oh yeah.
But-
Oops.
But I don't know. I feel like,
Dude's probably got a PJ. If he's needed, he'll be needed.
right? I was about to say, or WWE has one, and they'll
let
get him there if he
We
needs to
need-
get there. Yeah.
You gotta get to the airport though. That's on you.
And I think that story could be cool. To kind of wrap up that whole night one. I think that story is one of the stories that could be the most interesting coming out of it. Coming out of this whole thing from night one. I would say that we are still obviously looking for that Becky and Bianca feud. That's still going. That doesn't end with just because Bianca won.
There's no way that it comes to a full end right there.
No,
End
it
of a
can't.
chapter.
Yeah, exactly.
Or maybe a book. Maybe we're on to another book of the series, if you will. I'm stalling.
Yeah, no, and I just think, well, all that was before that was Drew and Corbin and the Boogs thing. So like the there's not really much more they can continue because of the Boog situation. Drew and Corbin, please come to a close.
Please.
The Miz and
There's
Logan
nothing more
situation.
there.
Oh, Seth and Cody. What?
I think Cody's brand new.
But what's the future of that? Do you think? I want to wrap up night one. What's the future of the Seth and Cody? Do you think that they're gonna be?
I don't know if they'll go again. I don't know. There's so many things I want to see. The first thing I want to see. Well, we're getting there soon. We got to start night 2 right now. Bobby Lashley killed Omos's undefeated streak.
Wait, what are we getting to?
We're gonna get to the thing I need.
Oh, okay.
The thing I need Cody Rhodes to do.
Okay.
Is what we'll get to after we talk
Okay.
about Bobby
But what about
Lashley.
Seth?
Gone. He's out the picture for a little maybe.
Okay, you don't really have
or
a-
still just going crazy.
You don't really have much of a story for him yet, other than him just getting nuts. Okay.
Yeah, well, and obviously I don't need them to jump completely directly to what I want to. So him being Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes will probably go at it for a bit until what I want should happen.
Okay. So on to night 2.
Take
Let's get it. Sorry about that. On to night 2. Bobby versus Omos is what started off the night. And
For what it was, for an opener match, I'll tell you what.
and for some man meat to be thrown around,
Delivered. Yeah, Bobby Lashley suplexed that man.
I think 3 times.
Total?
One time was even like a toss.
I just remember
Like
the
a-
quick snap suplex near the end.
I believe he had like a German style suplex, and then he also had like a
Oh, yeah, I remember the
standing
German kind of,
suplex,
yeah.
or like, but like not like full standing, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, the snap one.
Yes. Sorry. But Bobby coming back is obviously hype as fuck.
Domination. His entrance was sick.
I wonder how much longer he's going to be a dominator and like one of the top guys, and what he could pivot into. I think some of the older guys need to pivot into like creating factions, creating groups that they can kind of take some people under their wings. Like Bobby Lashley should take some people under his wings. He's
Bobby
getting a
Lashley
little
already
older.
had a group. I don't want him to be in a group again.
Or just take somebody under his wing. Then he can have a homie. He can have a homie who's younger and he teaches how to wrestle like a savage.
I guess maybe. I don't know. I don't want that in my life right now.
I
What I do
don't
want,
know.
though, is Montel Vontavious Porter, MVP, to bring up Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. That's what I want.
Okay, that'd be a cool little faction.
That would be cool. You know what else is a cool little faction?
Street Profits.
And
Okay, bro.
Shoosh. Alpha Academy, baby. I wish they won strictly for no reason other than I love Chad Gable.
Nah, man.
Shoosh.
They didn't even want to cheers, dog.
Thank you.
They didn't even want to cheers.
He didn't.
We were all
Chad
just trying to
Gable, Chad
vibe.
Gable wasn't trying. There's only room for one Gable. And that ain't Gable Steveson. I don't care that. Okay, we should probably talk about the match before we get into how this thing ended.
Well, I mean, all it is good old classic RK Bro retain.
Yeah, but
A
the
good
double RKO at the end,
I was just about to say, good old classic teamwork double RKO.
the springboard RKO onto Ford, and then Gable, Chad Gable flying into
Have
an
we ever
RKO.
seen Randy do that?
Yeah. There's only so many different ways to get caught into an RKO.
I guess that's true. I don't know. I don't remember the off the apron to the top rope to catching someone off their, you know what I mean, off the corner. It just was an interesting sequence, and I don't know how. I haven't seen every single goddamn RKO. You know what I mean? So I mean, but Randy has obviously done them all. If anybody's done them all, he's done them all, right? So I won't disrespect. I'm just. That was a really unique way
And they
to pull it off.
They retained, and I thought the Street Profits were going to turn on them when they got all the cups and they were cheersing.
Yeah.
But then they called in Gable Steveson, and I was like, is Steveson about to become Street Profit adjacent?
I think that the Street Profits, to lead off of what you were saying when they were gonna feud with them or like kind of come at them, I thought that for a second, but then when they weren't, I was like, oh no, like they wanted all the smoke, but they got their Mania shot. I mean, like
They
You
got
know what I mean?
Yeah.
They got their Mania shot, so they gotta give respect to the RK Bros.
Yeah,
Because
there's respect within the four men.
you know what I mean, you
Five,
gotta.
including Gable, I'm sure.
Because if RK Bro says nah, they're not at Mania anymore.
Yeah, they
So
wouldn't be there unless Randy said so.
facts.
And
Just
they
like
didn't, and I don't think they took the L, right? Alpha Academy took the L.
I don't remember exactly who got pinned because
I feel like Randy pinned Chad Gable because I'm pretty sure that was the final RKO.
you're right. It was. You're right.
Let's go.
And do you want to move on to Dark Edge
You think
versus the
you
Phenomenal One?
know me, the phenomenal one, the bulldog, the man who cut his face on the Mania stage on the way down to the ring. AJ Styles. He was putting in work a lot of that match. He
So
was bringing that aggression that was needed, that Edge wanted him to bring. He was bringing it all. And he almost had it.
this match had the least wow factor for me.
Okay.
But the story was good, so the wrestling paid off. Like it was a payoff for Dark Edge finally getting to kick AJ Styles' ass, or AJ Styles finally getting to beat the shit out of the bully. You know what I mean? It's the story was good, so the wrestling came to a good you know what I mean, conclusion.
They're
And I mean they put on, like you were saying, they put on. It
their
was
sequences
fucking
were good. All of their moves were so fucking sick.
it was I would say it was a grown man's match.
Mm-hmm.
It was a grown man's match, and it's like not something the kids would do.
It's not No, like those two are literally like parallel, kinda.
But that spear?
That final spear. Hey, no, I'm telling you, Styles would have hit that fucking final phenomenal forearm if it wasn't for Damian Priest.
Yeah.
Damian Priest came out.
That final spear though was sick. That
final
was
spear
sick.
wouldn't have been there without Priest.
True, but hey, I wasn't even trying to get to that yet. I was just saying that final spear was sick, and AJ Styles hit 3. Count them. 1, 2, 3 of the cross.
The Styles Clash? He only hit one of those.
Or did he try to go for it 3 times?
He might
he
have
only hit it once.
tried to go for it 3 times and hit it once, but yeah.
Are you sure?
I am not sure. That's why I said maybe. I thought I said maybe.
All right.
I can picture him hitting one, and that's why I think he only hit one.
I know. Well, no, I think for sure he did 2.
You think for sure? So you know.
Well, you're making me doubt, but
So then you don't know for sure.
you're making me doubt.
Do you or do you not know for sure? Have you been drinking tonight?
I have, yes. That was a bad
Get in the
question.
back of the car.
That was a bad
Get in
question.
the back of the
because I
car.
have.
Get in the back of the car. Get in the back. Dewey. Get in the back.
I ain't driving.
Get in the. Don't care. Get in the back.
I'm podding.
Get in the back. You're not supposed to pot and drink.
You're right. But I'm pretty sure I'm also right.
This man's is. Okay, go on that. Go on that. What are you pretty sure you are right on?
I said I'm pretty sure I'm also right
On.
that he hit 3. And the third one we thought was going to be the deal, and it wasn't. I
only remember hitting him one.
Edge still kicked him.
And he still kicked out. Yeah, but he would not have kicked out of the phenomenal fucking forearm if it wasn't for Damian Priest saving Edge, his new partner. What did I want you to remind me of? This exact thing?
This is exactly what I want. No, I wanted you to talk about what's going to happen with Cody Rhodes.
All right, so here's what I need you to, for a moment, just forget about the Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes thing, okay? Like maybe it'll last like a week or two, okay? Or like it'll be like a side storyline.
Okay, forgetting.
But I want this to build into, and hear me out, I want this to build into Finn Balor AJ Styles,
Vin.
and and Cody Rhodes, all former Bullet Club leaders, I'm pretty sure, versus Edge, Damian Priest, and Tommaso Ciampa.
What?
Tommaso Ciampa is random, you may think,
I'm liking what I'm seeing.
but Edge and Damian Priest is also semi-random. You know?
Dark. I like them. They're all dark.
And Ciampa is a great dark character, and Damian Priest has the head shape of Edge, right? Did you see how like they literally look like a white one and a brown one? And Ciampa is gonna be the shorter bald one who's got the beard though.
He's the bearded one. Yep.
Yeah,
I got
you feel
it.
me, dog? No, and because I've read that Edge is gonna be like a leader, so you're kind of getting what you wanted. You want an older guy taking in younger guys. He's, I guess not like any of those three are young, but young in the business, you know.
Priest isn't. He
Priest-
looks younger.
Younger, but not like a young guy.
Not young, but yes, he looks younger. Though.
Yeah. But I also don't know if Ciampa retired or just is leaving NXT, because I know he's got a bad neck and stuff. So we'll see. But that's ultimately what I want.
Yeah,
I think that could be.
that
really
would be
cool.
sick. You built it right. I closed my eyes and imagined, and then I imagined it really good and cool.
And the merch that they can make. Let's go. Let's go. Throw your dog Pharaoh on there, Rhodes. I don't care. Don't care. Merch, baby. Sell armbands. Get together so you guys can start selling armbands, because I've always wanted to buy like an armband, but no one wears them.
I wonder if there's any. I would wonder what young guys the Bullet Club of the WWE could pull in, because that would be an interesting group, and I think people would want to work with them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
like the elite, undisputed Bullet Club Civil War just got so much crazier with him going back over there, where there's already two other ones. And I don't know if Luke Gallows and and Anderson left on good terms or not, but like they were AJ Styles' boys, and they're Bullet Club members. They're currently in Bullet Club right now, actually. But it'd be funny if they got swooped back up, because they worked with Finn and AJ over in New Japan, so that would be cool
okay.
if they could bring in them, or if they could just start their own club. Because, you know, WWE is lacking some fractiones.
100%.
You know, who factiones.
Yeah, I was just that was not the way to segue it, but you almost got it. You almost
Dude,
got
this
it.
match got canceled night one.
And then they threw it back together and gave it to us in 10 minutes, and it made us all mad.
And they had to cut it short so that they could bring out The Undertaker, because he was the only person that they brought out for the Hall of Fame, even though he came out last night or the night before. And it's cool. Sheamus and Rich Holland did not deserve to win against the New Day. The New Day was repping Big E inspired gear, fucking awesome. The back of Xavier Woods' singlet said Langston, because his name used to be Big E Langston. And the back of Kofi Kingston's singlet said 5 count. And that's a story for a different time. And we're sad about it. And we're moving forward. And this is the thing that we did not see coming, because of the Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch match.
They did it.
But ladies and gentlemen, not just black excellence, but black woman excellence across the wrestling world. Okay?
In every company, they dominate.
But in WWE, we got the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Sasha Banks and Naomi.
Who put on a show.
They fucking killed it. Am I a little butthurt? because my girls didn't win. My for brutality girls didn't win, coming out like Catwoman's and Battinson. Sure, I personally am a little sad because they also were putting on.
They did.
Those four were the teams that was putting on the most.
Rhea had some crazy spots. Liv had 2 crazy spots.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember specifically one. She came off the top rope, insane.
And she did have a suicide dive at one point.
The tag team combination move that they did, where it was the Rhea Ripley slam into Liv's knees.
Mm-hmm. That was a cool move.
Super sick.
Super sick. The riptide into the knees. And didn't they do? Isn't this where they did like diagonal corners? It would have.
Yep.
The woman towers.
Towers.
The woman power bomb towers. Find a GIF, will ya, editors? I'm tired of trying to explain things.
Liv
or a picture.
Liv and Rhea went to each corner and had one of each member.
Correct.
It was crazy how the towers were
picture.
stacked. It was crazy how the towers were stacked, and then they slammed them one after another.
And I thought it was going to be the end.
But no. Sasha Banks.
It's boss time.
I mean, you were kind of right. And I will concede the fact that they were kind of thrown together very fast. But I told you that those two together are dope. It's dope. They had
such a cool entrance as well.
Yes. I think that it's aesthetically pleasing and they're good wrestlers. And I think that they put on for their city. Mm-hmm. I'm with it. I think that they're a great tag. The reason why it's random is their fault. They should have already had them on a storyline to go together, because they work together good. Mm-hmm. And so I'm with it. I was rooting for this. I didn't think it was gonna happen. It didn't look like it was even gonna happen. To your point of after the tower slam,
a lot, it didn't seem like it was gonna happen, but they fucking pulled through.
And they pulled it off,
and they did it. Yeah. And I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
I just personally wanted my girls to win.
No,
That's human nature.
I get it. But yeah, a legendary match.
Speaking of,
with something that they had to kind of set the bar for, because the remaining things on the card were literally just greatness.
Dude.
It was an hour and like 15 minutes. The rest of the rest of Mania Night 2 was an hour and 15 minutes of just nonstop greatness, is what I would say.
Oh, dude,
in my opinion.
I feel so. Hey, I have ADHD, but we're gonna jump back to night 1 real quick. All the things Knoxville pulled out. I wanted to talk about that. The mousetrap table or the rat
That's
trap
night
table?
2, and I didn't write it down.
Oh, you're a cuck. So I'm gonna talk about it now.
Good timing.
Johnny Knoxville fought Sami Zayn.
So the final 3 matches
in a no holds bar match. Basically, anything goes. This is straight.
Anything goes.
And Johnny Knoxville, not only did he have Chris Pontiac, not only did he have Wee Man body slamming Sami Zayn, and Chris Pontiac, if you're wondering, his ass cheeks were out.
Part boy.
He was partying it up on Sami Zayn. There was a table that had mousetraps super glued to it. There was a giant mouse-trap. Johnny Knoxville had a taser. Johnny Knoxville had some Home Alone booby trap on the turnbuckle.
A pyrotechnic little trap.
Call him Macaulay Culkin.
He had a magic hand, mega hand, come out and smack him.
And if I'm not mistaken, Jasper's dad, Dark Shark, punched Zayn. He was getting in his face. Because Sami Zayn was getting in all the faces of the jackass crew.
Yeah.
I love Wee Man. Wee Man was bringing it. Wee Man had the Fist of Fury, too.
Yeah.
He had Fist of fucking Fury quick before he got the... Yeah, I'm telling my kids that Wee Man's body slam to Sami Zayn is Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. You feel me?
Hell yeah, brother.
And
Hell yeah, brother.
we all knew that Johnny Knoxville was gonna win. That man was 2 cheeseburgers away from what?
175.
Hey, that's on a good day. Shoo, and he
Damn.
did it. I knew it.
No, that was a great match.
It was. Oh, and there was a bowling ball to the dick.
The bowling ball spot and the trap.
The trap, yeah.
Punter kicks.
The punter kick.
Kicker spot.
the
Oh my
nuts.
gosh. That was great.
Yeah, and Wee Man got tossed out of the
gadgets.
ring, right? Or Wee Man took a big kick.
Yeah.
Big halula kick. I don't know why sometimes they say halula and sometimes they say helava. Pick one. Just me complaining.
Pick one. I
Pick
like
one.
that. Pick one. Pretty simple.
It's pretty simple.
Pick one.
I'm sad that I was wrong about Preston not showing up, but I hope he at least got the invite. I don't know if he was there. I don't know if I saw him or not.
I didn't see him.
But yeah, I hope he at least got the invite. You know. Next, do you want to talk about this now? Now
Yeah.
that we are back on track.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Immediately.
Such a good match. You kidding me? They got the White Stripes signed off. They got wait, is it the White Stripes? Seven Nation Army? Right? Is that the song he came out to?
I have no clue who the band is, but that song is lit. He had the cheerleaders come out.
Mm-hmm.
He had the drip.
Mm-hmm.
Vince McMahon cut him off. He got a celebration of his entrance when he was going to corner to corner. He cut his music and
Oh, did he?
yeah,
Oh, I missed that bit.
they made him start the match quick.
That's cool.
Like,
That's good. That's
he
a
only
good
went
little
to
bit.
he only went to 2 corners instead of all 4.
Okay, that's a good bit.
Yeah. And so like it was
and
lit.
I know Pat is a good athlete, and this match did not disappoint. I'm not
In any
disappointed
facet.
at all.
Came out striking, hit multiple strikes,
He took a couple slams,
then
or a
took
couple maneuvers at least, you know.
a couple slams, and then came right back to the offense. Was damn near nonstop with the offense. Put the headset on, commentated his ass kicking.
You know who else would do such a savage fucking thing like that?
Can you dig it, sucker?
Oh, Booker T's loading up a kick for Austin Creed in the corner. Ah. Sorry.
It was literally one of the... Since coming back to wrestling, I haven't been as excited watching a match as I was watching this one. Now, to say that seems kind of crazy, but no.
Yeah, just because I've seen your reaction to some matches.
But this match,
But this one, for being like just a standard 1v1, I guess. I guess all the other matches you were jumping out of your seat because of the craziness, because there was like in a cell or there was like a table spot. But this one
I
was
was
just
just
a
about
1v1.
yeah, Sting jumping off of the barricade from the stadium down onto like a 4 set of tables and the tack spots. I mean, I'm going nuts just because of like...
That's adrenaline in my
Yeah.
bones. Speaking
Yeah,
of
yeah.
adrenaline, can we circle back? Cody Rhodes is back in the WWE. Adrenaline in my soul. Don't DMAC me, please. Oh.
But this match made me feel like a kid again watching.
Oh,
17 years later,
Yeah. And then
he's sitting in the ring and he hears that exact glass smash.
Oh, and he got to fight him in a match. And not only that, but like Stone Cold quite literally approved Kevin Owens that he could start using the stunner whenever, however long ago that was. So that's cool that he got stunned by the man. That's an L I'll take every day of the week. Anyways.
So that was a lot of looping back in the middle of what I was saying is the segment that made me feel that way.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
It's all good.
No, sorry. Go.
It's all
Go
good.
Go on that. Just go on that.
Because all I was saying is that the match that we were talking about, Pat versus Theory, was cool and all. But the fact that afterwards, while he's celebrating, he calls out Vince and he gets his shot. Well,
He got it.
He got his shot. He didn't take any shots, but he got his shot.
He got it. He was every time he wanted to get a shot in, that rat bastard, Austin Theory.
Douchebag.
God, parents raised a no good. Can't even get into it right now. Oh, also, well, this one's kind of on subject. Austin Theory's entrance little theme was kind of. I don't think they've ever given him like the little, like animated 3D graphics before, and I
with
thought
the
it was kind of
selfies.
funny that it was just all the selfies he's been taking. That's cool.
And to have Pat be redeemed in a way
Yeah, he won
for taking that
and then
smack.
And he took an L to Vinnie Mac, to Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
And that was wrong. And you know who knew that was wrong?
Vinnie Mac has a fat lariat too.
Stone Cold
Stone Cold
said
Stone
that was
Cold,
wrong.
Stone Cold.
And he had to pull up tonight too.
He had to. They're still in Texas.
He had to pull up tonight too.
They're still in my hometown.
So he pulled up, grabbed a couple brewskis, and gave Vince McMahon a stunner.
The cleanest stunner. Please don't add the GIF. I know you're going to because it's plastered everywhere and it's okay, but don't hate on it though. Don't hate on it though. Make friends in the comments. Don't be rude if anyone ever starts to comment on these.
And then gave Pat McAfee one of the coldest stunners I've ever seen.
The coldest. He called him in after getting the ass handed to him.
Dude, after Pat got stunned, he literally was foaming at the mouth.
Yeah. And then even after that, when Pat was on the outside at the announce table, add this GIF too of him drinking the beer still, but like his eyes were like rolled over in the back of his head, you know? Loved it. Pat was living. Pat also won.
Yeah, he's the man for that. It was a great show.
Yeah.
It was a great show, and it ended exactly how I thought it should.
You'd be surprised, but I did not want this to happen. I didn't want this. Nobody wanted this. It didn't even end the way I wanted it to, with the stipulation of Roman winning. I didn't get to hear, I didn't get to smell or see anything that was cooking. And no other wrestling family challenged this man. You know what's coming. That's where Cody Rhodes is headed. Cody Rhodes couldn't wrestle for this one anymore because he lost. Cody Rhodes has had this one before a couple times. He ain't ever had that one. This one wasn't around when he was. He ain't ever had that one. And now he's gonna eventually, I know he is. He's coming for the big one. Big ones, if you will. I can't believe that he fucking... but he was just screaming that his shoulder was out of place. How was he able to do all that stuff?
How did he hit a crazy spear with the same shoulder?
No, he hit it with the prop. I thought he hit it with the proper one, but when he went for the cover...
The final spear.
Oh, the final spear, I still think thought he hit the proper one. But I know that when he went for the cover, he fully, you could see, he was just yelling for nothing. He was yelling as if he was a soccer player who got looked at the wrong way.
That was that wasn't the cleanest. I'll give you that. But
only if you... Obviously, in my head, I'm like, that's mental game. Obviously, if you're yelling that, Brock's going to be like, oh, he can't do shit. So I'm like, if he did it knowingly, not at all, is it at all even out? You know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't supposed to be like, oh, I think it's out, I'm not supposed to do anything with it. If it was all mental game, you feel me?
Yeah, but so what I'm saying is, I think it would have been more impressive for Roman Reigns to kick out of, 2 F5s than it would have for him to even win with a dislocated shoulder.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
I just believe that that's just not as like a dislocated shoulder in comparison to getting 2 F5s. I feel like 2 F5s is more lethal. So why didn't they just do something like that and have him kick out? Can the F5 just not be kicked out of? Is that something that we're gonna be doing?
No, It used to be, but not anymore.
That's what I mean. So it's like, dude, they could have done something where, dude, he could have hit him with 5 F5s and still kicked out. Like, what, you know, I just don't think that I think that the dislocated shoulder move and then into that spear, it didn't come off clean. Everything else about the match was amazing.
It was a really good match.
Top
I had
tier.
a lot of fun watching this.
It was the last literal 180 seconds, 120 seconds. That was like rough, but
Rough-ish for sure.
yeah, rough. Not even bad, just rough. But the whole match, other than that, was fantastic. Brock introducing himself, grade A. Paul looking scared and
saying he loved him. He wanted Brock to take him back, alleged.
And then getting the spear into the. So I don't know if you caught this. I just wanted to say, did you notice that after he speared Brock into the barricade, he said something to Paul about his shoulder?
No.
He did say something to Paul about his shoulder when he did that spear into the barricade.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm wondering how much of it, like, if he may not have known that his shoulder, how dislocated or not dislocated his shoulder was, but it could have felt that way to him even in real life. In real time, he could have been like, no, I'm actually fighting through a dislocated shoulder because it hurts that bad, but it's not. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I've stepped on a fucking nail before and thought that the nail went through my foot damn near, but it barely, you know what I mean? It barely even went in.
Right.
And so that could have been something to the semblance of that.
Sure.
Because he was put into a mean hold.
For quite some time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
After the shoulder thing, when he said something to him, he said something to Paul about his shoulder and then was put in the Gamora lock for a good, like, 35, 40 seconds, 60 seconds. And so the shoulder could have really been feeling bad. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And he could have just said whatever he said, feeling how he felt. So I'm not trying to hate on it, and that's why I don't think it was bad.
And I liked how Roman didn't need his boys down there to win. He didn't need the bloodline down there to cheap out nothing. He kind of won. Semi-fair and square. He hit a low blow, didn't he?
Low blow and with the belt.
And with the belt. But ref was out. But sad. And I don't want this Roman and Brock thing to end right away. Like, give it, like, a pay-per-view or two more, maybe, if they want it. And not, like, back-to-back pay-per-views. Like, Roman can have, like, a intermediate challenger or maybe no challenger because he's got both of the fucking belts now. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm moving on, actually. Moving on.
Yeah, so that's what I was just about to ask is, before we do a night 2 recap and then move on to maybe some other things and some other pastures, do you believe that Brock will be showing up anytime soon on TV? Other than maybe this following week after Mania, but do you think he's going to be...
He'll probably be on TV next month. He'll probably be on TV next month.
Okay. Hoping for like a May arrival and starting some shit with somebody?
Yeah, because typically at least the next pay-per-view after Mania is called like Payback or like Vengeance Day or you know what I mean? So
okay.
So that's why I'm like I don't think Cody would like transfer over to like something else, like a different feud right now. Like a big feud right now.
So it might be a month of what he's doing, and then after that,
yeah,
on to the next. Okay,
Yeah.
And that might be for a lot of these
and I mean
matchups.
I've read that Cody Rhodes is signed a full contract, not like a part-time contract, and he is allegedly gonna be showing up on a weekly basis.
That's
Or
pretty cool.
maybe like bi-weekly at
As
least.
weekly as they get, you know.
Because they got him well, I don't know if they got him, you know what I mean? But, like, he has a fucking travel van now or whatever, so his waifu and kid and all that can, like, come travel with him.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
In comparison to night 1, night 2 was kind of up and down.
I'd be dropping things.
I would say that Gable Stevenson coming up by the Street Profit, getting called up by the Street Profits and coming up and having that little tension, and that was cool. That was actually like a little nugget that I really enjoyed. Banks and Naomi winning. And, I mean, the Pat McAfee segment took this night from being okay to like, or even good. It went from good to amazing because of that segment.
Yeah. I'm just happy that the New Day boys were able to at least have their match,
Yeah.
to be honest with you.
To perform in front of the millions and millions of people that watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. I it would have been really sad if they didn't get a match.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad that they got jobbed, but it is what it is.
Yeah. It is. Yo, is
Kofi's
Butch,
used to this.
I'm not gonna-
Sorry. Kofi's used to this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kofi's been doing this for what, 15 years he's been doing this?
Yeah, and like Woods is semi used to it too, but like still, man, like, what's up with Butch? Why is he so mad? Is it because of his name change? Or like, why is he so aggressive towards the New Day?
Specifically, the New Day.
Well, you know, why it's specific, because they're feuding with them.
Little weird.
I don't think it's weird. They're feuding with them. Peaky Blinders are feuding with the New Day right now. I don't think that's weird at all. I think it's weird. You think it's weird.
We'll see.
Where do we go from here? Do we talk about AEW or do we call it?
Well, so I was going to ask you a couple questions.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. First two, I want to definitely hit while we're coming at you live.
Okay.
The other one, maybe not.
Okay.
But I'd like to ask, do you think that Carmella is for sure, like, if
Carmella?
or Carmelo,
Oh, okay.
Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm listening.
do you think that they will, if they don't get moved up, do you think that they will move into the conversation with Dolph and Braun and that situation? Because I think if he's not going that way and getting moved up, that should be the direction. That would be question 1.
I could see Carmelo Hayes, maybe obviously not right away, but maybe he wants the North American strap back, you know. But I do believe that he could be the next contender for Dolph. And maybe not next, but maybe co-contender with Braun. Assuming, like, what if Braun randomly got moved up? Change his name to Bronson Steiner, what?
I mean, so yeah, that's what I mean is they have a lot of options on where they can go with a lot of their things in NXT, and so that's why I was interested in seeing if he could be maybe a main strap guy, because I feel, I mean, why not,
He definitely
right?
could hold the NXT strap.
I was like, well, yeah, I mean, with Ciampa going away, if Braun isn't the guy, I really hope LA Knight moves up. I think he should get screen time on the main show.
I want him to be with the Miz.
I think Gunna and
Imperium could stay there at NXT for a little bit.
And that's why I think. Well, and that's what I think.
Someone's got to take on
Gunna
that.
and Hayes would be the two people who I think would contend for the main strap.
Right. Yep.
After the Dolph runs
Yeah.
over.
If not Breaker.
Yeah. If not Breaker.
And Breaker.
Yeah.
Or.
I think
late
one of
nights.
those three. I think one of those three between, and Gunna is obviously third in this. I think Gunna's third. I think Hayes is second, and I think Breaker is first to get moved up.
Yeah.
In that list.
Moved up as in champion.
Moved up to the main roster.
Oh.
And the remaining of those three will be the two who are contending for the championship.
Yeah.
And I think LA Knight is in a class of his own and just is in the move up next space.
He's just ready.
So that's how I feel about that. Then
Question
2 is, do you believe that Roman Reigns will now be like appearing less on TV? Because since I've been watching, he's been semi-frequent because of this Brock Lesnar beef. It's been pretty consistent. I'd say every other week he's been having segments.
On TV?
Yeah.
Yes. Especially the first couple weeks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure.
Because he has both of the belts, so he has to be on Raw and SmackDown if he wants to. But I'm sure that he will be here on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown this week after Mania. And I honestly will not be mad if he hates this belt so much that he just goes, take this back, Monday Night Raw. I don't want it.
That would be interesting. I just because I didn't know if after Mania, if like the top guy or top guys per se would I didn't know if this was just all build for Mania. The last 6 months have been build for Mania, and then now the next 6 months are going to be kind of slower for those top guys, and then the following 6 months will be build for Mania again. For like Roman, in this case it would be like Edge was a build for Mania. Like certain guys I think are just built for that type of build. But then I always think their SummerSlam is like a big event. You know what I mean?
It's the Mania of the summer.
It's a huge event. So I feel that there's no reason why they should take those types of, you know what I mean, time off. There could be a couple months until June. I could see him being light. But I was just kind of wondering if this block of time is going to be slower than the other block. Because I feel like I came in and it's been heat.
Hot.
For every single layer, the belts have changed for literally every belt except for the one Roman.
The blue one, the Universal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has had the whole time has changed. Every single belt.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's been hot, and it's been moving, and I've been telling you I want some goddamn dominance.
And
And if that's the only guy I'm going to get it from, then that's what I want then.
and that's it for now. Hey, we're back from our break now. Hey, if you're wondering, I made the strong decision last night, Sunday night actually, to call it. We had to cut. This is going to be the first time we did not record a podcast all the way through and through in one go. But you're still going to be getting us being us. Earlier in the episode, I'm doing this for my mental state. Earlier in the episode, we talked about Stand and Deliver, WrestleMania Night 1 and 2, and My Lazy Eye.
And the upcoming stories
Yeah.
that WWE and NXT may have.
Yep.
In this section, what we didn't quite get to and what we're planning on getting to in this half is AEW.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Can you?
Which had a...
Can you? Did you dig Dynamite this week?
Yeah. I think that... okay, so it's competing with obviously Mania Week.
Sure.
So I don't know if they... like, I feel they may have purposely not had super crazy matches. I mean, I don't believe there was really any title matches this week or even last week. Not very many. It's been a lot of...
No, but there's a title one this week.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. It's been more build. It's been a lot more building episodes and like creating the drama. And so in this, it's finally coming to a fruition for a lot of these feuds in stories. I think that we're finally gonna see some matches out of very many various feuds. I mean, for example, I just want to get right into it. The JAS? I'm just going to get right into it.
Dude, all my homies hate every single member of the JAS unless your name is Jake Hager.
Facts.
Or
Facts.
if you're Italian and you wear a blue grandpa hat backwards.
What?
Talking to you, Garcia. Oh, or homie in the all maroon with... Dude, if you're not the fuck who was dressed up in aluminum foil, my homies like you.
Well, my homies are impartial to Garcia and homeboy in the maroon. Hager's cool though.
Fair.
My homeboys don't hate Hager.
Fair. That's factual.
Everybody, the other two, but Jericho and aluminum foil boy is what we're gonna call him on this episode. Ain't it?
Not it. Not it at all. Go back to wearing all white or something, I guess. Just don't ever look like the fucking Tin
Or
Man.
go back to shirtless.
Just don't be Tin Man.
Go back to shirtless, buddy. I mean,
Magic Daddy.
but
Use your magic to not look like Tin Man.
Santana coming in with that sock, soap in the sock, an old classic strat. You gotta love it.
Right to the dome piece.
It makes me feel that they gotta have a regular match and then a weapons match.
You know what was a match though? Talk about segues. CM Punk beat the shit out of Max Caster, basically.
Yeah, this match I didn't really have any like steam coming into it, but CM Punk is just laying waste.
Laid waste. I mean, hey, Platinum Max Caster laid waste to Hunter Biden on the way down to the ring.
Yeah, I think they need to have Max Caster on every week.
100%.
They did have Max Caster on, or they just need to have the Acclaimed on every week.
Because everybody loves the Acclaimed. Have you ever even tried it? Have you ever even tried it before?
Don't ever expect me to do that again.
But you are supposed to do it one more time because you lost a bet, but I can't remember why you're supposed to do it on cam out of respect for someone. We'll figure it out. After the match, however, Punk got interviewed by Shivani, and he declared that he doesn't care if he's got to go against a cowboy or Adam Cole, baby, for the championship. But he wants next.
He's up. He's calling his shot.
And before he leaves this company, allegedly, he's gonna hold it. Let him hold it one time.
He will.
And then retire him. Just kidding. You don't have to retire him. But let him have the belt.
Yeah.
Let him.
And I think that him and Adam Cole could be a great build.
Yeah, but Hangman's reign.
I know.
I don't
that's
want
why
Hangman's reign to end yet.
I say that reluctantly, but Adam Cole would be a great heel for CM Punk to take over.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess Punk would have to be heel if he went with Paige.
Yeah.
Which I'm not mad at that.
And that could be great too, but I think the inverse of what is better. I think it's better at this stage. And I hope he gets it. I hope he gets a shot with either one. I mean, either way, like you just said, either way.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great build.
Even if he loses, even if he never actually holds the belt, it'll still be fun to watch him compete for it.
The Cole build would be so cool. So I'm looking out for that for sure. Do you want to talk about something else that I'm a little?
Yeah.
Because come on now, I'm just saying if you're gonna execute something, execute it right. CM Punk only execute things just correctly. That's something that this young boy Sammy Guevara's got to learn.
Sammy Guevara's got a lot of things to learn. I got to take him to this school that I went to called how to treat a lady with respect.
Okay, we'll start there. Go ahead. Fire off, Professor.
Hey, G. You're not 14 anymore, okay? You don't got to be posting pictures of you and your girl every other day saying, we're the cutest couple. I love my life. Life is so good. Ha ha ha. Like, cool, great, congratulations. You proposed to your former fiance on AEW TV, and then broke up with her, and then rumors started that you were dating Ty Conti, and then you guys were denying it at first, and then now it's 100% full force blown, and we all know, buddy, we all know that you're dating her. Congratulations. The car that y'all busted. Hey, I don't know if you guys watched SmackDown recently. It's kind of similar to what y'all kind of did.
Decided to do, yeah.
Except I believe your car, Sammy, the car that you broke into, Dan Lambert's car, didn't have a battery in it because the alarm wasn't going off, and you threw the sledgehammer through the driver's side window, and then you made a wrong fucking decision. You opened the car from the outside.
It was unlocked.
In the middle of the street. You don't think Dan Lambert's got his own parking spot? Dude, decisions need to be made a little bit differently.
It's all good, but it's also not, because come on now. It's simple.
You're not getting your belt back, dog.
It's simple. And and on top of that, not only were the decisions of physical movement not up to, like, you know what I mean? Like, what we were thinking is going to happen. We were like looking at it kind of funny. What he said before wasn't very threatening. He wasn't really even calling his shot, like, you know what I mean? Like, saying he's really coming back for it. He's just saying, ha, look what we can do. Mischievous. Yeah, like, what? Come on now.
Come on, son. Get your fucking belt or find someone else to fuck with.
Yeah, no, that's what, yeah. It's get your belt back and really, like, do
and
something.
Drop the relationship storyline. Don't drop the relationship like you did your last one, but drop the storyline.
That's what I was, yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Dude, I'm so disrespectful.
Make it about your grind right now.
So disrespectful.
Right now we're just
he's not grinding.
Well, we're not watching anything. Hey man, we could have simultaneous grindation.
You ever tried it before? Oh God, I'm disrespectful. I've turned disrespectful. Change my name to Adrian.
No,
disrespect.
I believe that they have a lot of work to do with Sammy. I mean, he does in-ring performance at the highest level. Mm-hmm. It's his outside of the ring performance that just could use some touch up. It's not even that his character is bad. It's just he doesn't execute it necessarily like perfectly, and that's, I don't know. I have high standards for the pillars, and he's like a roller coaster. At first, I wasn't really into him. Then his build was really good, and I liked him. And then now I'm kind of like, whoa, what is this? What's going on with the character here? So it's like going back and forth. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah,
which direction it's gonna go from here.
What's crazy, and I don't know if this is completely correct or not, but Sammy was a pillar, right? He's on the shirt. Pillars can fall. Just like, Britt Baker was added to that shirt. She fell to Thunder Rosa. Sammy, as a pillar, he could fall, But one person who won't fall is the foundation. And the foundation of AEW's women division is your new champion, Thunder Rosa.
She has it all.
She has it all. She got mollywopped from the back last week, and this week she ain't turning down from a challenge. She said, Nyla, you want some? Where you at this week? Where you at now that I'm ready for you? Nowhere.
Hiding behind Vicky.
Excuse me. I love Vicky Guerrero. She a goat. She a goat manager. Goated on the sticks, goated on the mic.
She knows what she's doing. I'll say that
She
much.
sure effing does, dude.
I think it's gone forever.
It is. You lost it. You know, damn, lost all the steam.
Vicky Guerrero, Nyla Rose, Thunder Rosa, learning better English. Love it. Love to see it. I think that she is, yeah, like, as she's getting better English, she's only becoming more and more complete. She's well-rounded in the ring, outside of the ring. And I like her kind of craziness. The unpredictability is what I should call it, not craziness. Unpredictability is really cool. And I like that in a wrestler when you kind of know what's happening, but you don't know what could happen at any moment. I have that feeling about CM Punk. CM Punk's a very unpredictable wrestler to me. He can really just start up and do anything at any moment. And he has the talent to back that up, to go anywhere and do whatever he wants at any time, to talk shit. He could just start up a feud with literally anyone in that locker room and it makes sense because he knows what he's doing. Thunder Rosa seems to almost have that swag to her. Maybe she doesn't have that same talent or ability, but she has that same swag where it seems like you're going to throw anyone at her and it's going to be a match. It's going to be a good one. Yeah, I should say a good match.
Literally every match that her and Britt Baker had was flame. And like those ones I remember more so just because like they had a lot of them. They had a
3?
like a long-ish feud, like build-wise and shit. So
It was either
like,
2 or it was at least 3,
pretty sure
I
it was
think.
3.
Yeah.
But it was so savage. And I miss her. Bring
She'll be
back the
back.
doctor.
She'll be back.
My teeth is messed up, doc. I need them to be fixed.
I believe that another person who is a complete wrestler, we haven't necessarily seen their complete package yet on AEW, but Jay Lethal.
Oh yeah.
Complete package. He's performing in the ring. He's had 2 matches on TV so far, back-to-back
2 or 3, I
weeks.
think,
Yeah, back-to-back weeks, 2 or 3. And performing.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't really got his development in a story or in like as a character because he hasn't had any promos really shot yet.
Yeah, and when he was introduced to the company, it's like we were supposed to like not that I don't, but people were just supposed to know who he is. He's one of those.
Yep. Okay. Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
You don't need much explaining.
True. Swerve, I feel like, came in and got a lot of promo, a lot of screen time, not even in a ring. And I feel they just are, it's really interesting who they choose to kind of give that time to. Keith Lee came in and is a main event weekly and gets promos weekly. And so I not to say either of these, nobody doesn't deserve it. That's not my argument. My argument is Jay Lethal, the veteran he is, the person who we're supposed to know who he is, could get a little bit. Mm-hmm. He can get a little bit is all, you know.
But I don't know I don't know where his story's going. Like he's been losing and he's trying to find his groove, right?
Yep.
But at Ring of Honor, TK the Super Card of Honor was the show they had over the weekend, and TK brought out Samoa Joe, and he locked eyes with, because he was in Ring of Honor, Samoa Joe was in Ring of Honor just as Jay Lethal was, and they had a stare down, and that hyped me up. But I'm like, and they're both signed to All Elite, and so I hope that I get to see that feud go down, or like the matches go down a little bit on AEW, and maybe hopefully Joe's the guy that snaps Lethal into becoming the Black Machismo.
That'd be cool.
Jay Lethal. Dig it!
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he doesn't even have to go snapped. He doesn't have to snap.
Oh, okay.
For me to, he doesn't have to snap. That would be cool, but he doesn't have to snap. I'm okay. I think that, I don't know. We've seen him have a lot of screen time.
Yeah.
Over the course of his career. We see what he does with screen time, I should say.
Yeah.
He knows how to work it.
He sure.
And so, and maybe that's why they're trying to give younger or less years in the game, I should say, not even younger, just less years in the game guys the same opportunity maybe he got when he was at that same stage. So I get it. I'm not trying to take screen time away from anybody. It's just interesting. Someone that talented, I mean, doesn't have it. They don't have the space for it. I'm not trying to even take it away from anybody because they're not putting out a bad product. It's not like I am mad only seeing him wrestle. I like seeing him wrestle. So there's no complaint. Only wishes for more.
I fuck with that.
Yeah. We've been bouncing around AEW back and forth, but it's all good.
I gotta wrap this up. MJF had some mic work. Okay, everything in MJF's world is falling apart. All right, he pays Wardlow to sit at home. Okay,
crumbling down.
FTR ain't fucking with him as much no more. They liked Wardlow.
Dax is like really out on this whole situation with how hard MJF's been going at War Dog.
Yep.
He's like, War Dog's my man. War Dog's my guy. He
War
can't
Dog
take
was all
it.
of our guys, dude.
Facts though, but he's really pissed, and I think he's gonna be the first one, and I think he's gonna fucking say something to the chairman. That's my prediction. I'm just making it loud and clear now. I think that the chairman is going to try to stick up for MJF when he's not around, and then FTR is going to body bag. And that's what's going to happen. And it might not even happen soon. Might not happen this week, but I think it's coming. Maybe 2 weeks, but it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. And I think that's the beginning of, and then it's just going to be them two, the chairman and MJF versus FTR out kind of on an island. Maybe tag team match might be something that is possible, and War Dog might show up. I don't know. Watch out. I don't know. Watch out.
Security that night, eh? They just let Wardlow right in, bro. Wardlow was smacking them all down, dog.
And that's what I'm saying. He can show up when he wants. So if FTR decides to kind of call in the boys to come in help him out, it could be a situation.
Could be.
But another hope
situation
on this topic, before you really give a full recap, I just have another hope. I want MJF and the chairman to get another big guy. I want him to get another guy and then try and have him just get bodied by War Dog. Have him try to come up and be like their new enforcer, but just get bodied by War Dog.
Hey, Brian Cage. You just got re-signed, didn't you? What are you doing? It's a big guy.
Is he up for the match?
That would be the man to fill the role that you want filled.
Because I think that would be sick. And he can get washed. He can get jobbed for like 3 matches in a row. I don't care. But I just would love to see MJF cower behind a different big guy. You know what I mean? Like, because I think that story works. It works good.
It works for you. Look good for him.
I like it. But what are your feelings on MJF and kind of War Dog situation, him coming in and laying waste as well?
AEW just needs better security. MJF is right, man. They just got to be holding down the fort more. Like, they're not doing their jobs. Like, this guy's not supposed to be here. You know, he didn't buy a ticket. Like, how'd you guys let him in? You know what I mean? Like, I hope next week security's better, you know. I'm sure MJF is going to try to squirrel his way back into, you know, FTR's loving graces. But it's not going to work. MJF's too much of a rat.
Agreed.
Too much.
Nice.
Too much. But
agreed.
When Wardlow finally gets his hands on MJF, that's going to be fucking awesome. And since we're still talking about MJF has 2 years left on his contract. And Cody Rhodes is probably going to help swoop him away.
Interesting. That's an interesting little thought there. Well, so now this is kind of a little hint behind the glass door. Do you think that it matters more to have screen time and get this than to get the piggy bank on the in writing?
What do you mean?
Like, what do you think a superstar would choose? Do you think that they would rather choose maybe a lighter piggy bank, but they get more screen time and they know they're going to be the guy? Or because we just saw this happen, obviously, with a wrestler, but we don't know exactly where.
But buddy,
where
not
everything's
everyone.
at.
That's a dumb question to me because
Okay.
everyone is different. Cody Rhodes, obviously, he wrestled everyone he wanted to wrestle in AEW. He lost a stipulation match where he's not ever supposed to. He can't go for the belt. And he just didn't want to be behind the scenes EVP no more.
No, I understand. No, that's why I'm asking.
And so it's like
An average superstar is not in the same scenario. That's why I say we kind of saw this just happen, but it's not the same.
yeah, but it doesn't.
How many superstars have the
who
leverage Cody Rhodes
realistically,
had?
in their right mind, would choose a smaller bag?
For
Over.
exposure, you might.
If I'm getting the bag, I'm definitely finding different ways to get exposure other than just
That could be
the
true.
company I'm working in.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just the difference between what 2 million and 5 million could be might not be that much in your lifestyle. But if you are on the screen for sure an hour a week versus for sure 20 minutes a week, that could be a big difference. You know what I mean? In what you're signing. And so that's why I wonder, because that could be a leverage point for the companies is like, hey, I can't offer you more than what they can offer you, or I can offer you more than what they can offer. You know what I mean? But we don't have this for you, or we do have this for you. You know what I mean? If for instance, because how are you going to match more money and more screen time? You're not going to be able to beat that in any sense. So if they say, hey, we want to give you X amount of minutes on screen to give you this push, and this is what we want to execute, and we're going to give you the same amount of money, if not more, then I see what you're saying. Like, how do you not just take more money? You always take more money if they're going to try to give you the same amount of exposure. But it could be, like, I think from when I started watching, and obviously it was only a few months, Cody Rhodes was still in AEW before he left and went into like the free agency thing. But and it was after, you know what I mean? It's after the whole storyline. So I guess maybe I'm coming from a different place, but and like you said, he can't get the same push. But that's what I mean is the leverage wasn't there then. AEW's writing staff, the way that they positioned everything, him even being a part of that as the, EVP situation, like he's okay with the things that are going on, and it put him in a position where he can't maybe get the exposure that he wanted. Maybe he pivots because of that.
Right.
And so I just always wonder how does that scale kind of tip back and forth? I feel for maybe the guys who want to cross over to mainstream, you would want exposure over the bag, because the bag in Hollywood comes later. When you get the Star Wars movie, you know what I mean? These contracts kind of are what is just propelling you to get that Star Wars, that, you know what I mean? That Avengers bag. And so you'll eat the 3 million now to have it on the back end 100 more later. Because when Disney comes, that's when it's built different. When Universal comes, that's when it's built different. Because neither of these companies are giving what those companies are giving out for checks. And that's where it's interesting. It's just an interesting thought. And I would love to see MJF, going back to the topic at hand, I would love to see MJF be able to just have as much exposure as possible. I don't necessarily hope for him to chase the piggy bag.
Yeah.
I just hope for exposure.
I hope
It's almost every, that's why I'm going to say it's almost every professional wrestler's dream to at least go at that. So
for sure.
I can understand
for the
it.
longest time, that's been the biggest fucking accomplishment. So,
Yeah.
who has to accomplish something for me? I'm going to go against everything I've been saying. I want Marina Shafir to break Jade Cargill's undefeated streak. I want Marina Shafir to stomp Jade Cargill down to the ground, and I want her to punch her while she's down, and I want her to break her arm off. You don't understand.
It's a fire, cut the pot. I quit.
This is Jade Cargill's biggest challenge to date. All right? MMA background. Marina Shafir. She's been putting in work on AEW Dark and Dark Elevation. And she might be the one behind the one of 29 and 1.
I didn't know we were just coming on this podcast to speak blasphemy.
Not blasphemy.
This is blasphemy.
Nah.
You're going against the word of God right now.
Shafir has got this.
You're going against the word of God to say something like that right now.
Smart Mark ain't no god.
Hey, they're going to call me pandering out there, but God is a woman.
So my statement stands. Smart Mark is not God.
Yeah, I guess.
Mm-hmm. She's going down. She's not going to get that Goldberg run like we all thought. Jadeberg might be going down.
Nah, fam. I will be sad.
Good.
Maybe on the second loop around when it's time to go 50-0.
Nah, she's losing at 30.
Nah, I can't see it.
All right, well, you're gonna.
I can't see it.
You're
Nope.
gonna see it, just like how we all see Wheeler Yuta joining the Blackpool Combat Club.
I mean, that's inevitable. That's spit in the face, dude.
Dude, the spit in the face before getting your head stomped in, the balls on Wheeler Yuta have gotten so much bigger. As every month goes by, Wheeler Yuta's nuts have gotten bigger ever since he's joined AEW. And I will die on that sword. Yuta is out here to not just be no best friends, dog. He's out here to become he's out here trying to be the best in the world. And
It was a
he
good
is
match.
killing it. He's killing the game. I know that Danielson and Mox are going to let him in the club. I know it. No girls allowed. Sorry. I was watching Little Rascals earlier.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what that kind of culminates to be. I don't know.
Yuta was the
How
first...
many times are they going to beat the shit out of him is all I'm saying.
I don't know. Until he learns, but he might not ever learn.
All right.
No, Wheeler Yuta is the first dude to get Brian to like escape, like get out of the ring to like, you know, take a breather. Yuta is in Brian's head. Everything that Danielson was throwing, Yuta had an answer for.
Oh yeah, no, it was definitely a back and forth match. There was no, it wasn't the typical Blackpool Combat Club sure violence that we see. It was more of a true tacticians match.
I think that Danielson and Yuta should like almost conclude their matches by having a 1 hour Iron Man match. So at the end of the hour, whoever has more pinfalls or submissions is the winner. And I don't even need Wheeler to win necessarily, because I think within that match and all the matches that he's been in recently with that like are involved with Danielson or Moxley are just proving how like tough he is to them. So even if he loses in that long hour 1 hour Iron Man match, that he might get the respect that is needed to join this club.
They could make it close too.
Mm-hmm.
Like Danielson comes out and like gets a good advantage, 3-0 advantage,
Right.
3-1 advantage, and then over the course of time, it ends actually at like 5-4.
Yeah.
And it actually ends close. And they're like, oh, shit, he was about to come back and beat his ass. But the time ended.
Yeah.
Like that type of shit. They could definitely build it that way. I would like that.
That'd be dope as fuck.
Because he's got it in him.
I know he does.
Yeah, he's got it in him. He's got
Man's is an animal.
I'd like to see that. I'd like to see even if who did Mox face
This week?
Sorry, yes, sir. He had a match, and
You just talked about it, dude. You talked about it. Jay Lethal.
oh yeah, that was his opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was focused on Jay Lethal, and I was just sad,
Yeah.
but because he's come out, and every time he's been on TV, like you said, he's taken L's, and this time it was violence.
And it was not like a, the other Combat Club matches have been kind of a squash,
This week's
have been a
hasn't.
squash.
Yeah, almost like
one,
almost every match they've had until this week was like they just kind of dominated, and this week they actually had some competition.
fuck with that. Let them start low. Yeah, they were a new team.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Fuck it.
and another who I want them to go up against next, who I think would just have a great match because they're all heart. Top Flight Bros.
Top Flight would be insane.
Top Flight Brothers would definitely put on a crazy match with Blackpool Combat Club, because it's not necessarily styles that are the same, but I think that the way the Top Flight Bros go at it,
Is violent.
they will lay it all out there. So it's a wild card match. You know what I mean? Whoever can hit that crazy stuff is going to be what happens. But I would love to see Danielson also make Dante Martin tap. Because I think that would be the way it ends is Dante Martin tapping in the figure 4 or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that'd be a great match. I think that could be a high ranking tag team, or not high is high ranking, but they just faced the Young Bucks, who are a high ranking tag team. So I feel like in between the new Blackpool Combat Club and the Young Bucks and like the top ranking tag teams would be, Top Flight.
Right.
So I think that's up next. That could
we'll
be up
see.
next quick.
We'll see, because the FTR and the Young Bucks are going at it
Yep.
this week. And I forget which one is higher ranked, but obviously one of them is going to get shot back down. The loser of that's going to get shot down a little bit. Because
You're
they're
right.
both kind of in the higher ups, There's only 2 more matches in Dynamite. One of them, I knew that the new signee was going to win.
The debut.
Congrats, it's Tony time. Tony Storm got signed to AEW. Wrestling simps around the world
Can rejoice.
became a little poor. Not sure how much. Part of me wants to look how much it is so I could clown hella hard. But hey,
We're all $5.99. Less rich.
She's making money. Remember when she threw a pie in Charlotte's face and then was like, "I'm out of here." That's baller. In the main event, goddamn. The main event of Dynamite last week was so intense. Darby Allin versus Andrade El Idolo. That shit started before the bell rang, dog.
Yes.
Darby Allin got thrown into the barricade. He got thrown onto the steps. His back probably broke, bro, before the match even started. But then the match started because Allin ain't no quitter. Mama Allin didn't raise no bitch. They started fighting. They were like, they had a gnarly slap off. Darby and him were actually like going at it for real. Like they actually hate each other. I love it. And I like how Andrade has been telling Darby that he's going to work for him one day. And I was watching this match and I was like, damn, Andrade's right. Darby's working for him. Because Andrade got that fucking dub.
And the bag.
Andrade got the bag, the dub, and he almost even got his ass whooped by Sting and the Hardy Boys.
Yeah. I forgot about that. I forgot about the end. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Dude, so what That's been a long time coming.
Darby and Andrade?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's been a long time coming, and I'm glad it's not over.
Yeah. Same, actually.
I hope that it becomes bigger almost. Like because who does Andrade have with him? He only has like one guy, right?
Andrade has the Butcher, the Blade, Mark Quinn, Isaiah Cassidy. And that's it.
Oh, okay.
And then, Andrade has his manager, Jose.
That's who's always with him. That's his boy.
Yeah.
But then he also has that crew. I'm remembering now.
No, dude, Tio, forgot. The
would be-
Avalanche crucifix that Darby hit? See ya. See ya.
You're right. I'm just saying they could have some more interruptions. They could have some more things go on like this. The factions at play can continue to beef, and it would not be stale yet.
Yeah, especially because of the way they just kind of shifted teams. It's not like the Hardy Andrade family org anymore. And like with the new addition of Jeff Hardy, it like hit the refresh button.
Yeah, because as Matt has switched sides, it's became, like you said, refreshed. It's become not new, but it's just become more at risk. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Isaiah was getting tootled by Matt, and now, they could have a match one-on-one.
Yeah, because I only did the tag team.
That's what I'm saying. So there could be a lot of angles they could go with, a lot of interruptions that could start matches. Mm-hmm. I think that they could go a lot of ways with it, and all of them are maybe not the highest ranked wrestlers right now, but they have a great young core on each side. Or like Darby obviously is the only young guy on that side who I think they need. I think that group, Sting, Darby, and the Hardy Bros, need one more guy who's another young guy to come and join them. And then Andrade and his crew is full of young killers. Butcher and the Blade are a little bit older, but
just making sure you caught that.
Hey,
Andrade himself too. He's hitting the wrestling prime, which is not old.
He's not old, and
older. He's a vet. He vetted.
So I guess 3 of the 4 members of Sting's crew is old, and 2 of the 5 members of Andrade's crew is old. So It feels like they're a little bit of the younger crew. I feel like there should be a little bit more evening out there, but other than that, solid. Got a lot of angles it could take.
Oh, can I hit the button? Are we ready to move on?
Let's do it.
Yes. We are skipping one thing of Rampage because we talked about it. I'm not talking about Dan Lambert again.
Okay.
Although Dan Lambert is a savage. He's honestly the greatest co-TNT champion that has ever been recorded. I don't know. It's insane. Like, that man is... he's a killer who trains killers.
He probably is the best manager in AEW to wear a belt.
Yeah. Hey, so like Wrestling Simp Twitter not only is giving Tony Storm money, but they're definitely giving Paige Van Sant money. And she's not even on OF. She's not even on OnlyFans. She has one of those who's got her own website. Instead. Because...
I don't even know what that means.
No, the behind the scenes of OnlyFans is so fucked. Like, people just aren't getting paid what they're supposed to and shit. So it's like people who are on OnlyFans are making their own like website or going to Fansly. #ad. Make sure to follow my Fansly page at Adrian Diesel 12. The first match of the night at Rampage, though, which I think we kind of briefly talked on, was Top Flight and the Young Bucks. Did we talk about that?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. That was I believe that was Young Bucks Top Flight 2. And goddamn, I love it when brothers fight.
They put on a show.
I could rewatch that match a couple thousand times.
Lots of synergy.
All around too. Man, and then when the younger brother and the younger brother are going at it, and then the older brother and the older brother are like, nah, your family sucks, dog. I'm always about that. It's always my family's better than yours, no matter if it's said or not. Is my family's on the line. And the Jackson brothers are better than the Martin brothers.
They delivered.
They did deliver. They always deliver.
I mean, I'm sad because Top Flight is exciting.
Yeah, I'm kind of just coming back, you know. It's sad to see him lose.
They're really exciting, but I get it. Young Bucks are the cream of the crop, so you got to have them. You know what I mean?
You got to get him in there with your best guys.
And you got to have them keep that. You gotta keep them dubs up, Young Bucks. You gotta keep them dubs up. If you
Not
start
like they
falling,
can't. Not like they can't just write themselves to win.
But yeah. So that's kind of where we're at with that. I would love to see Top Flight get higher ranking,
I want
but
to
I
see
understand
them
where
take
they're
the
at.
belts from Luchasaurus and
Top
Jungle
Flight?
Boy. Yep. Let Top Flight take them. Let Top Flight take this loss as
Over the Acclaimed?
as a catalyst to propel them to find the fire that they need to get them up there. They'll knock down Private Party in the contender match. And then they will go on to defeat Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. I said I got 5 on it.
Okay.
Sweet. Super sweet. Hook. Hook is too powerful. Hook has to lay off the potato chips because that man's sodium intake is why Danhausen's magic isn't working.
It's the salt.
Mm-hmm. High cholesterol and all, The magic usually works. And the fact that it hasn't been... Hey, the difference between Hook and everyone else Danhausen tried to put a spell on is those jabronis didn't have potato chips.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I don't see another way around it. Magic is real, ladies and gentlemen. Magic is real, and I know it because if magic wasn't real, then Fuego del Sol wouldn't have made it to where he is today.
Hey, that was an A+ segue.
Thank you.
Because Fuego del Sol is magic.
That man, that should be Magic Daddy. That should be the Magic Man, Mike Honcho.
Abracadabra.
You hear me, Fuego? At first I was like, damn, you're just getting squashed to Miro. And then I was happy that you were able to get a contract. And then what? You kept getting your ass beat. You kept putting your life on the line to get the TNT strap. It didn't work. You were relegated to Dark and Elevation. You were killing it. And you're back on the TV in prime time against the House of Black. And dare I say it, but Fuego del Sol put in more work than Dark Order's Evil Uno and Stu Grayson put together.
Yeah, Fuego was putting in that work.
Fuego wanted revenge so bad. You know what I need them to do? I need House of Black to... Now, this is a stretch. But I need the House of Black to spit some mist on Fuego. Fuego to be gone for like a month or two. And randomly just be their lackey. Even though House of Black doesn't really need one, I just think it could be a little funny.
If he ran around and was
Just all black get up.
was a little bit of like their punk,
Yeah, just like,
mischievous punk.
yeah, distraction, helps him win. Because it's not like the kid can't wrestle.
Nah, he can goes nuts.
He would be like their secret weapon, dog.
Okay. I see.
That would be filthy. And I know that under his mask, he looks like homie from Nacho Libre. And I mean that with all due respect.
Jack Harlow is
Jack Harlow is not.
You're not talking about Jack Harlow, Jack Black. They kind of look the same. And Jack Black and Nacho Libre specifically.
No, I'm talking about Jack Black's homie.
Okay. Okay.
Who eats the Fritos and is always shirtless
Okay.
and has beautiful long hair. Speaking of beautiful long hair, Jamie Hayter and Sky Blue.
Yeah, talk about it. Beautiful. Damn.
How you doing? Sky Blue, you've been on TV a couple of times. Jamie Hayter, you've been around for a few months. Both of you put in some crazy work, you know. The sequences that you guys did was amazing. The match that you guys did might have sounded lackluster to some at first, but y'all really put on and put out and showed why you deserved to at least have a chance to be in this Owen Hart tournament. Big congrats to Jamie Hayter. I believe she got the victory
W.
at the end of it, but Blue was giving it to Hayter, man. I'll tell you, Blue almost had that shit. You give Blue more matches on TV, and she'll get some fan reaction behind her. 100%. She'll be somewhere one day.
Yeah, I think that they had a good match.
The cameramen were working hard, and I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we can leave it at that.
And then Penta Oscuro gave a warning to the House of Black. He said, don't forget about us, you know. Don't play with fire if you don't want to get burnt. So I have a feeling that Penta Oscuro, the Bastard Pack, and Penta's brother Ray Phoenix may be coming back soon. And I also I liked how it was don't play with fire, because this happened after the Fuego match, and don't play with fire. Ha 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 ha.
I'm excited for that feud to continue.
I'm so excited for both of like how I'm excited for House of Black's work in general.
Yeah, they got a lot going on.
Do you want to talk about the main event?
Is it time?
I think it's been enough talk. It's time for the main event.
Keith Lee
Woo woo
once a motherfucking again,
woo woo.
going up against some man meat. It was intense.
That was lots of man meat going.
Yeah, no, it was intense. I think we saw Keith Lee throw powerhouse hops 10 feet. It was honestly one of the most like crazy spots we've seen Keith Lee do yet, and he lifted him suplex style, but over the top, throwing
him.
Yeah,
Like he was a little boy.
like Dante Martin style. Threw him just like he was Dante Martin or Isaiah Cassidy. Just threw him right over his head. And I was impressed after one of the Powerhouse Hobbs clotheslines. Keith Lee just like popped right back up.
Yeah, dude. Keith Lee kept on shocking Powerhouse Hobbs. Powerhouse Hobbs was fighting against a force of nature that he ain't never fought before. And I'll tell you one thing.
A man who's limitless, dare I say.
Bask in it. Powerhouse Hobbs with the reversal to the Spirit Bomb. Didn't expect it to get reversed like that. And Starks and Swerve came down.
Yep.
Because they were each, respectively trying to help their boy.
Starks was trying to be a distraction, and then
And Swerve said, nah, this is my house. Welcome to my house.
he tried. Just like Powerhouse Hobbs tried.
Stop stealing my segue thunder. He did. He tried real hard. But I'll tell you what. Keith Lee has a disgusting jackhammer. The cleanest dare I say, the cleanest jackhammer that's ever been delivered. And then let's not forget though, the action didn't end after the match though. Because Swerve and Stux kept battling it out. And then Lee and Hobbs had to get in on it too. Ooh.
Yeah. I didn't want to get to the end.
Cut it. We're not going to talk about how Keith Lee went through a table. Cut it.
But what are we gonna do?
What do you mean?
Keith Lee. He has the. I think Keith Lee, man. I'm just being honest right now, man. I think Keith Lee should have a. Okay, I don't know. He has had this, and so I'm saying he should continue to have Wardlow-like dominance. And so I'm worried that this was a foreshadowing of what may be to come next week.
Maybe.
Some slams.
Yeah, maybe, but at least
And I don't.
Keith Lee's still undefeated, right? No, technically not, because he lost the ladder match.
Yeah.
But he's in singles comp.
Singles.
That's my boy, Keith Lee. Whoop whoop.
One, so I think that they may do some sort of tag team match next week, and
Correct.
he might lose.
He might. The team might lose. He might not. Swerve might get.
He might
pinned.
not get pinned. Yeah, he might not get pinned, but he might go through a table or something. Then he might go through something.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm a little worried for him.
I want Swerve. Hey, I so wish Swerve could have the Hitmakers come. Because, I mean, the Hitmakers already have Big Boy, but imagine Big Boy times 2.
Never have enough man meat.
Never enough man meat. Big E, I miss you.
Yeah, get well. Seriously.
Is that where we're gonna? We're so bad at ending this.
I was gonna say, is there any like AEW Dynamite matches that you're looking forward to other than the ones you've already spoke about that we know?
No.
We haven't seen Orange Cassidy in a
His
little
arm's
bit.
hurt, remember?
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry.
Where is your mind?
I'm just trying to think about what could be upcoming. And
That's just the name of his song. Almost. I played it. I played a word. Where is my mind? By the Pixies.
Well, my mind's all over the place thinking about how many
Sky Blue?
goddamn superstars AEW has.
Oh. Got it.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all. I don't know if we have anything else for.
The last thing that should be seen
for
on
today.
here is a picture of Sky Blue. Got it.